Yeah. Deep Thoughts. All right. Welcome to the Deep Thoughts podcast, episode 16. Sweet 16. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa.
Speaking of birthdays.
Yeah, speaking of birthdays, Jesus' birthday is coming up soon, and Zach just had a birthday. Host Zach, if you saw...
my name's not Jesus.
Yeah, unfortunately. You're close. If you saw on the Instagram...
I'm like right under him. One notch is Jesus.
If you follow our Instagram page, we posted a little...
Post little wacky photos on there.
Yeah, a little happy birthday to Zach on his birthday, December 8th. So wish him well and send him your gifts to our P.O. box. So, Zach, how was your birthday? Officially 21.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You taste alcohol yet?
No, I was saving that for 20 seconds.
Oh,
no, I went out and drinking and stuff, and it was good. I lasted till the end of the night. People were saying, Zach's not going to make it till midnight, and I did.
Those bitches.
Yeah.
Proved them wrong.
Proved them wrong.
Yeah.
I could become the alcoholic easier. No, but I was like getting drinks, and then like I got some bought for me, and then people were like looking around like worriedly about how fast I was drinking these. Like
your last birthday?
I was in like the first club for like 5 minutes, and then I had like 2 or 3 drinks like already downed.
Nice.
And I was like, "What? What are you looking at?" They're like,
"You got a prophecy?"
They're like, "Yeah, he's not gonna make it like an hour." And then I was fine until the very end, and then I was pretty much gone.
Damn. What drinks were you drinking?
The first one I had was like a whiskey Coke. And then I had something called a trash can.
There you go.
Which is like a vodka, and then like Red Bull, and then some other mystery stuff that I didn't watch the bartender make.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
That's how women feel every time they go out.
I left it just unattended with a bartender. I should feel safe. But then we went to like 3 different clubs, and then I went to like this... We stopped at like this gamers bar, which is kind of weird.
The gamers bar?
It was like an arcade bar or something. All they had was like pinball, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I feel like pinball shouldn't count as like an arcade.
I think pinball's way overrated.
Yeah, pinball's lame. Fuck pinball. If you're a pinball fan, listening
who's
to
just slapping those buttons, I'm like, whoa!
Yeah, it's just... I don't know, there's no really skill involved. Like, yeah, you can do the timing of like hitting the pedals on a certain time, but it's like, besides that, there's really nothing else. Like, here's one of my pet peeves, is that when I see somebody playing pinball and they hit both the things at the same time, no matter which side the ball's going to.
That's smart.
It's fucking stupid. It's like you're just cheating. You're making it like so much easier. Just hit the one side.
It's pinball. You really care about cheating in pinball. It's
yes,
a game you play against
that.
Yourself by yourself.
There's already like no skill involved. At least make it a little bit more challenging by hitting the right side the fucking balls go into. It's not that hard.
I had a pinball machine when I was younger. It was pretty dope.
Yeah,
it was a Hulk pinball machine. It was a really cheap one, but it was fun.
Oh my gosh.
And then you had one too that like never worked, right? Yeah, your dad's house.
No, it worked a lot. It was amazing. It was like a full on.
For some reason, I kept thinking that every time I was over, it'd be like, yeah, it's broken right now. We got to get it fixed.
Yeah, it broke a lot, but it's like
that's what I was saying.
It worked good though. It was like a Monday Night Football pinball machine.
That thing was pretty
full
cool.
Size. I don't know when my dad got it. I just remember I was like a little kid, and like at that age where like your parents don't tell you anything. So I was like 8 years old, and then I remember all of a sudden like I came home from school and my dad was just backing up with his car, and there's just a pinball machine in the back, and I was like, oh, I guess that's ours now.
I remember if it ever turned on, it would just scare the hell out of you.
Yeah,
it's so loud.
Just start playing the
That's
Monday
why I never
theme.
wanted to like sleep in the basement down there.
Yeah, it would just randomly come on too. Oh my gosh, it's terrifying.
Especially because it was so dark in there, you couldn't see anything.
I
and
know,
see a
it was just
machine
pitch
go off.
black. That basement just scared the hell out of me.
Yeah,
it scarred me. That was a great house though. Yeah, so we're not even on any of my topics that I've written down yet. We're already 20 minutes in.
Who's counting?
Yeah, who's counting? But all right, so Christmas.
You say we're not even 20 minutes in.
We're almost 20 minutes. But all right, so Christmas is coming around.
Boy
the
howdy.
corner. Boy howdy.
More of a Hanukkah fan, but
oh really?
No.
Yeah. Jeez.
I lied.
Yeah. So what's your favorite Christmas song?
Christmas song.
Zach.
Why don't you come back to me?
All right, we'll go around the room. Blake, what's your song? The one where it's Last Christmas, like I gave you my heart. That song. That's a good one.
All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey.
Oh my gosh! If Mason's listening to this, he fucking hates that song because apparently
that's kind of why I chose it, because I saw so many posts where it's like It's Back.
Yeah, well,
my least favorite song ever.
Well, I actually do like that song, but
it's overplayed a lot. But
yeah, well, overplayed. But like, well, Mason said that when he was working one day, they have a jukebox in their like place that anybody can like pay money and just play whatever song you want. And his manager just played "All I Want for Christmas Is You" in July, and he was like, and so he's talking on the radio, and he's like, "Why the fuck are we playing this? It's July." She's like, "What? You don't like all I Want for Christmas Is You?" And he's like, "No." So she just.
Are you saying you hate Jesus?
Yeah,
you hate Christmas.
Well, so the manager put in like $20 and just played that for like hours straight, and now Mason just hates it because he's scarred.
Why would someone that even likes the song would want that?
I don't know.
That's a good way to boost morale.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that was a fun topic.
I was gonna say though, I think it's funny that like on our Instagram we have to dig back like 5 years to find like any pictures that we can use.
Oh, I know.
Because like, every single one we've used is a minimum of like 5 years old. Like that one you posted on my birthday, that was like when I was 17.
Yeah,
for senior photos.
I don't know. Except for like the last few months, I've been like telling people, "Hey, you should take my picture or something," just so I can just have a picture. But I just remember, like, I just feel so weird doing it. Like, I never like taking pictures of just.
I don't
me.
either.
It's always like the only time I ever take a picture is if it's like a family picture for like Christmas or something. That's the only time I do it.
The one picture.
It's a tradition, the 1 year picture. But I don't know. Like, I see Instagram and I see other like some of my friends, and they have just like. Pictures of just them like on the beach or whatever they're at. But it's like if I'm at the beach, I don't say, "Hey, take a picture of me with my shirt off." Like it just seems weird. It's just like I know it's probably like a normal thing. If someone asked me, "Hey, you should take my picture," I'd be like, "Oh yeah, cool," and I wouldn't think anything of it. But like if I do it, it just in my stomach, I'm just like, "Gosh, I'm such a douche. Like I'm such a bitch."
Never take a picture again for another year or two.
Yeah, seriously. Like it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I like to
pictures of me.
I like to change my Christmas song answer though.
Like, all right, you'll switcheroo.
I like to say, "Have a holly jolly Christmas."
Why?
I don't know. It's just catchy.
I guess.
I just can't stand how like it just seems like a really cheap way to get money is when like someone does like a Christmas album. Where it's like, how many times can we hear this different song covered by like every single artist that's ever lived? It's the same lyrics and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Just everybody covering Christmas. Like no one makes new Christmas songs. There's been a new Christmas song in years. The same shit.
Well, if there is, I wouldn't even know about it because it just like kind of sneaks in.
It gets drowned out by all the fucking 50s songs from Christmas. Christmas has changed. It's 2018. We need a gender neutral Santa.
I just like when you look at like the Billboard Hot 100. It's like Frank Sinatra's back on the 100. Yeah. He's taking back the top.
And he's staying there. It's a triumphant return. But
what about Christmas movie?
Christmas movie that was also on my list. I mean, you pretty much gotta go Elf. I feel like.
I thought you were going to say Die Hard just to fuck with people.
I've never even seen Die Hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one. I've wanted to see the one with Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Die Harder.
I don't even know what it was called.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd probably be... Well, it's a third one, so it'd probably be Die Hardest.
Die Hardest. Die even harder. Are you dying? Not hard. I don't... Well... This is what makes me mad. Like, I've been thinking about this. I feel like every year is just the exact same stuff over and over again. I feel like I'm just living in, like, a fucking, just, like, broken record. Because, like, fucking every Christmas, it's like, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And I look at the exact same articles.
Yeah, I haven't heard
every
that
single
over the
fucking
last
year.
decade.
And it's literally, like, everything. And then, like, in fucking January, it's going to be, like, New Year's jokes. Or it's going to be like, oh, like, I haven't seen this since last year. And then, like,
and my suffering.
It's literally just, like, the same shit over and over again. And I'm just getting so sick of it. Like, I remember, it's just like sometime in March, it's like, oh, it's National Pina Colada Day or some shit, or just dumbass shit like that.
Again? Yeah. I feel like we just had it.
But then it's just like, oh, I remember this from last year. It's just something. It's just weird stuff like that, where it's like holidays are just ruining my mind. It's just like it makes me feel like time is just like never, like nothing changes.
Speaking of time, do you think it's hilarious when people still freak out about daylight savings time every year?
I don't know
when it happens twice.
People are passionate about the stupidest stuff. Like, I don't understand why people care so much to, like, freak out about that stuff.
I'm like, oh god, I have to change my clock that it does automatically.
Yeah, I don't know.
How will I ever recover?
Doesn't make sense. I have to look at the manual on my car to change a fucking hour. Fuck this. Who decided daylight savings?
I think it was farmers.
What?
Einstein. I thought it was... I don't know if it was...
The Farmer's Almanac?
The Farmer's Almanac. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who made it, but I know it was made for farmers based on like the daylight and grow time, and I don't know. So like they could grow crops better in like one part of the year, and then one part of the year, the other part of the year they kind of save daylight for later. I don't know. It's
what do you like better, the fall back or the spring forward?
I like the spring forward because then it's
me too, because it's lighter later. But
yeah.
fucking everybody that just cherishes sleep are just like, oh my gosh, we get an extra.
And then it's like a week
sleep.
later, you're talking to people. It's like, yeah, that 1 hour threw me off.
It's like, what are you talking about? It's like I slept for like 6 hours. I need to sleep better. My sleep schedule's all fucked up, but yeah.
I usually mine is I'll go to bed at like 2 or 2:30 and then wake up at 9 for work.
That's pretty good. Well, see, this past week I haven't had to wake up early. The only time I've had to do stuff is at 1:30. So I'm like, yeah, I got to sleep in, and I end up sleeping until like noon. And I'm just like, and then I don't go to sleep till like 4 a.m. because I can't sleep, and then I sleep until noon again because I was up till 4 a.m., which is a never-ending cycle.
Yeah, well then like the day after my birthday, I slept till 2 p.m.
Nice.
I was like, I slept like 12 hours. Like I got back at went to bed at like 2. I was like, well, that's my whole day, and that was like the last day that I had off before my vacation ends. Oh yeah. Because I took like a week and a half off just for whatever, just to take a break. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, it's like dark in like an hour.
Yeah, that's rough.
I feel like such a piece of shit.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks.
But yeah, what other Christmas movies are there?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
That's probably my favorite actually. Oh no, it's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah.
I almost got a Christmas sweater of that movie earlier because
really?
I got this one at JCPenney's.
Nice.
And then there was another one where it's like the I think it's like a Bullwinkle from Rocky and Bullwinkle like eggnog mug.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
my dad has one of those.
Yeah, it's like that mug and it says "Don't hog the nog." I thought it was pretty cool.
That's nice. I love a good sweater. It's so comfy. It's like a nice hug.
Yeah.
I don't get it from humans at all. That's for damn sure.
It's actually it was really hard for me to find a Christmas sweater. Like
really?
Just casually throughout like the last couple weeks I've been going to stores, and then like every single one they'd have like 2 or 3, but they'd be like for women's or for like children. So it took me like 5 stores to find one. Like I wasn't just kind of like browsing around, just like, oh, I'm in the area, I might as well look for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was also looking for like sweaters and like Christmas socks and just stuff like that, and I feel like I don't know, they don't have it as much as I thought they were.
Well, then I was also looking pretty late where they're like just trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I'm not like the most festive person ever. I don't like go really all out.
I don't know. I used to really like Christmas, but I feel like every year that goes past, like holidays just seem like just less and less exciting for me. It's like Christmas is like 4 days away, and I literally just like
I could not give less of a shit.
Well, like I'm excited for Christmas. Like it'll be super fun, but like I don't know. Once it's over, then what am I gonna do? And then it's
New Year's.
Cold. Yeah, New Year's.
Then after New Year's, you have like a 3-month gap where it's just like misery.
Yeah.
You have Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah.
January.
Well, the Super Bowl at least, that'll be nice. But
oh yeah, no, it's after the Super Bowl, because then at least in January you got NFL playoffs.
Mm-hmm. That's always nice.
Because then I'm not into basketball, so it's like I have nothing to watch until like the beginning of April when baseball starts back up again.
Yeah.
And then I'm like excited for a month, and then after that I'm like whatever.
Yeah, because Mariners already eliminated from the playoffs.
Well, not even that. Like they'll be doing good, but I'll just like they're on every single day, so I'll just like kind of forget to watch. And then when I actually want to watch them, they like have an off day.
Exactly.
Like for once.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing too. So it's like it's just so repeating. It's just like I don't know. There's always something to look forward to, but then it's just like you get there and then you just move on to the next thing, then move on to the next thing. And it's just like I don't know. I need to just live in the now. Do something crazy, rob a bank or something. Yeah,
what are you gonna do this Christmas then? Steal from steal from Goodwill or something?
Yeah, probably. Or run over some people, hit some pedestrians. As long as I can ruin one person's Christmas, that's my goal this year.
Yeah, my Christmas wish. I want to watch more Hallmark movies.
Fuck Hallmark movies.
I think they're just hilarious how bad they are and how like generic they are.
People legitimately like those movies though. I don't understand. I mean,
I'd almost want to like just apply for one because I feel like they would just like let me out. Like they're just looking for anybody to act.
That would be fun, man.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard because they'll accept any acting.
It's literally
they'll just throw it in. You just read off the lines and like that's fine.
Exactly.
Someone will eat this up.
Yeah. Next scene. Let's go. Yeah, everything's just the exact same in those movies, but
it's always like guy, or it's like girl moves away. Is like a businesswoman, independent woman, and then like goes back in town for the holidays, meets her family, and then meets the one guy that
a nice country guy,
yeah, the guy that she liked when she was like in elementary school, and then
now he's a man.
Then they get married.
Mm-hmm. And she leaves that city life and her success, and leaves it for some bum,
and then just throw in a random Santa at the end.
Yeah, And you just see Santa's sleigh flying in the air while the credits roll. Merry Christmas, everybody. Alright, next Hallmark movie, let's go. Oh, man. Bah humbug. Bah humbug, Zach.
Were there any movies that came out in theaters for Christmas?
The Grinch.
Oh.
I never saw that, though.
No, I heard it was like meh.
Yeah, it didn't look that... It was Illumination, so I mean...
They're very hit and miss.
What
did they make? Like Despicable Me?
All the Despicable Me's, but...
They made some other ones, too, but...
They made Sing. Sing was super fucking overrated.
Never even saw it.
People were just like, Sing's so amazing, like it's so good about just like being yourself, and I was like, it's not even that good. Like it's not that good of a movie.
I just remember seeing the trailer and there was like a singing pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty much all it was. That was their big draw.
There was a movie that I wanted to see that was coming out soon that had Steve Carell, like the
Welcome to Marwin.
It's getting terrible reviews.
Are you serious?
It's at like a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
And IGN gave it a 2.5 out of 10.
That's shocking.
I know.
It looked really good, and Steve Carell's a great actor. So
I think it was directed by Robert Zemeckis that's done like a bunch of good stuff. I was like, I've never seen anything with Steve Carell that's been absolutely terrible.
Yeah. I need to go see that then.
Yeah, because the trailer made it seem like it was pretty solid.
Yeah, it looked really good in the trailer. Gosh. Damn, my mind's blown. Alright, when does that come out?
I think it's out this week. So it might be out today, actually.
Well, we're going to cut this podcast short. We're going to watch Welcome to
Marwin?
Yeah, Marwin, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I can say that I finally watched a movie by myself in a theater for the first time ever.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, no, I'm not that much of a lonely guy. But congrats on you, Zach.
To be fair, it was because I had nothing else stranded in downtown for a while, and I had to kill a couple hours.
Yeah, it made sense. Saw Instant Family?
Yep.
How's that?
It was good. I'd give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Damn, it's pretty high. It's better than Zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Well, mainly I wanted to see it because Tom Segura was in it.
Oh, really?
And basically, like, he's decent in the movie, but basically he just takes, like, his stand-up persona and just makes himself, like, more of a dick.
That's funny.
So, like, he's, like, acting the same, except, like, his lines make him, like, a total asshole.
Jeez. I feel like it'd be so hard to be an actor and have to be, like, the bad guy in a movie. Just be, like a rapist or something. Like, that'd just be weird. And then people, did you ever watch, like, 13 Reasons Why?
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch this new season.
No, I didn't watch it at all.
Because after the first season, I was like, I think I've got it.
Yeah.
I got the gist.
Yeah. But, like, the one actor, like, the kid actor who's, like, the rapist, like, Bryce, and, like, the really bad guy. And, of course, that show is made for, like, teens and stuff who don't understand
impressionable people.
Yeah, who don't understand his actual actors.
This is, like, real life being
really
filmed.
Happened.
Who would just film that while that poor girl...
Yeah, and so, like, people literally had to convince people that it's like, he's just an actor. Please do not hate him in real life. He's
That's pretty sad that
guy.
people even have to say that.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Put a disclaimer at the beginning of every movie that these are actors and this isn't real.
Yeah.
Just before every Star Wars movie.
I know this guy raped somebody, but he didn't actually rape somebody. Please do not come.
How could James Earl Jones do that to Ben Kenobi?
I cannot believe that. How could that fucking dick kill Harrison Ford? How could he do that? Just stab him in the chest. His own father. Yeah, Kylo Ren. I couldn't think of his fucking name. Well, we'll just stay on track with the old Christmas theme.
Yeah.
But I guess I have one thing I could talk about. I already talked about this to you. I guess I could tell our fans is that I was at Walmart a couple weeks ago, and the weirdest thing happened to me. So I was literally, it wasn't even like that crazy. It just fucking blew my mind about how weird it was. I was just in Walmart by myself, just getting my groceries. It was like midday, and I was like, whatever. It wasn't busy at all. There's like 10 lines in Walmart, but they're usually like empty. So I'm walking
because everyone uses a self checkout.
Yeah. Because people are like their privacy. I get that, but I don't know how to. I always get like a little bag of apples. Like I put them in my own bag.
Oh, you usually just type in the number that's on the apples.
It's too complicated. I just go in their regular line, let them do it. But anyway, so I'm literally just like, so I'm walking in the aisle, like right next to all the checkout stands. You know, where you just walk through and just see, oh, which line's open? Oh, which can I go in?
Yeah.
And I'm walking past and I see a line that's open, so I'm like, okay. And so I'm about to turn, and this fucking guy, he's probably in like his 50s or something, just zooms right past me with his cart and just skims off my cart and just zooms right past me with his 10-year-old kid right behind him, and he just zooms right past me and just like looks at me and gives me like a weird smile. I'm like, okay, so I just keep pushing my cart, and then he's like, sorry. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
Sorry.
It was just so weird that I was literally just like, just a regular day. I'm just sitting here in this Walmart, and I'm about to turn the lane, and he just fucking plows right ahead of me and just gets in front of me. And I'm just like,
when did I move to New York City?
Yeah, and I was just like, that's kind of a dick move. Like he didn't even. Well, it was a dick move, but I kept going, and there's like 5 lines that are just no one's in them. Like there was so many other places where I could have gone.
That one's like 3 inches closer to his car though.
Yeah, that is true. Parked. Well, no, it was in the Walmart.
I know.
Like, okay, yeah.
Close to the doors that are closer to his car.
It wasn't the drive-through Walmart. But it was just so weird. I was just like, why the fuck did he do this? I just couldn't understand. And then I was in the line, and then I could see the line next to me. It was like a family. It was like a mom and like two daughters. I was like, oh, maybe it was like her husband or something, and he just like forgot something.
He probably only did that because he had a kid with him.
Yeah, but he wasn't part of that family, so that was out of the picture. It was literally just him and his fucking daughter.
Oh, okay.
Well, he did have a daughter, but like it's just like I don't understand. Like it just bewildered. It really like I thought about it for the rest of the day. Does like each kid give you
more like a bigger multiplier for like how much of an asshole you can be?
I mean, I guess if he had like 5 kids and like zoomed past me, it would have been fun. He didn't even have that much stuff in his cart. Like it literally was just, it was just so weird. Like I didn't understand it. I was like, how could I just don't like? I don't know whether to be mad or confused or happy. Like I don't know. Like good for him.
And did you follow him home and kill his family?
Yeah, I kidnapped his.
You
daughter.
lived in the moment.
Yeah,
and you didn't let it go away.
No.
There was a funny thing when I was like at a store, and there was like the day I turned 21, and then I went to go get my new license, and then like they like punch a hole in it, and then they give you a temp one, which is like a packet, like a piece of paper. Just to like hold you over for a week. And then the first thing I bought that requires an ID was Dayquil at the store. And I went through the self-checkout, and that you have to be 18 to buy Dayquil. Damn. And the lady like looked at my punched out ID, and she's like, I don't know, like like you better show your temp with it every time, or some people might reject it. I was like, if I get rejected on my 21st birthday for buying Dayquil, that would just be hilarious.
You might be abusing this Dayquil, Zach. I don't think we can trust you here.
NyQuil should be the one that they would crack the whip on. That's dangerous.
Yeah, it's like roofies, basically. Pour that into someone's drink. Oh man, I'm tired. Hey, get in my car. That's how you get them.
Yeah. What's lean? Isn't that like
lean?
Yeah, like like the rapper drink. Isn't that like that's some sort of medicine and then like Sprite or something?
I have no idea.
I thought that was like Dayquil.
I'm not a rapper Sprite. Yet.
Yeah. As you can tell, I'm white too.
Yeah.
I never drink lean.
Yeah. Have you ever had Hennessy?
No, I've heard it's terrible.
It is the grossest thing I've ever drank in my
entire life. I think you told
me
about that one time.
Yeah, because one of my friends bought it because he was like, "Oh, all my favorite rappers drink it. Let's get some Hennessy." And so we went back to his dorm room and we were drinking it, me and some of his friends, and it was just so gross. Like it was, I'm never drinking Hennessy.
I can't even like stomach vodka anymore.
Really?
Unless it's like mixed with like a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But like if you just take like a straight shot of vodka, it's like ugh.
I don't know. I don't mind it.
Because we went to Total Wine, which is like the alcohol like supermart, basically, if you want to call it something.
Yeah. And
we were just kind of like browsing around, and the guy we asked like for a recommendation. And he's like he recommended this one that was like $15. He's like, it's so smooth, you have to like measure it out, or else you'll just like get too fucked up or something. He didn't say fucked up.
Well, yeah.
But it's like it seems like no matter what, like it could be advertised as like the greatest vodka ever. I'm still not gonna like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I can't really taste the difference, but I feel like I'm like in the medium. Like I agree with you that like they all kind of just taste the same, but for me they all taste the same, but like they're not that bad. Where just like everything's like really not that bad. I can't really taste the difference.
It doesn't really like super like burn.
No, I mean like it does, but like I can
like it almost makes me want to like spit out whatever, like because you almost get like vapor, like a vapor wave of like a burning sensation, like after you swallow it. It almost makes me want to like spit out something I don't even have in my mouth. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Well, I can't taste the difference between like a good like vodka and like a bad vodka. It's like I'll just drink it. Like I don't really care. Like
it's like beer. I don't like beer at all.
I hate beer. The only beer I've ever liked is Blue Moon, and just because it had like a little bit of orange flavor, so I was like, I could. I
hate IPAs. It's kind of weird because like the only beers I can like actually like finish one is like the lights. Because it just like has more of a watery taste, so it's like easier for me to just like get the flavor down.
Yeah. I just can't get drunk off beer. Like by the time
I don't drink it fast enough. It takes me a while to drink like a beer because I don't like it, so I'm not drinking it as much.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd have to have like 3 or 4 beers to feel like anything.
Like by the time I've drank like 4 beers or something, I don't feel it yet, but I just feel just so bloated, and I'm just like I can't drink anymore. Like my stomach hurts from drinking it so much.
Yeah,
it
like
fills me up.
I like kind of stuff to like sip on. but not beer.
Yeah, it's like
drinks mixed with alcohol. Basically,
I see alcohol as I only drink alcohol when I'm trying to like get drunk. Like I don't. Drink
I'm not gonna like sip on
like
one
taste.
beer on a night.
Exactly.
Like,
it's like
what is the point of that?
It doesn't make any sense. Like I don't like. I guess if you like it, but it's like I don't like it, so I'm not.
Yeah, because like every time someone's like, "You should try this beer," and then I see IPA, and I'm like, I know I'm gonna hate it, but I'll just try it anyway. Yeah. Usually, even if I drink a beer, it's because someone offered one to me, so I'm just like, sure, I'll just take one.
Even if people offer me a beer, they're like, "Hey, take a beer," and they like hand it to me, and I'm just like, if I open this, I'm not gonna finish it. Like I don't want to open this. I just set it down, and don't drink it.
I mean, I'll finish it, but like. Unless it's an IPA, then I just can't even stomach it. But like, I'll usually finish it, but it takes me a while. And then the whole time, I'm like, man, I wish I was drinking like soda or something. Right
just fucking water, just anything else. Gosh, it's so bad. So if you like beer, listening to this podcast, please stop listening now. And never.
I want to get into wine though.
Into wine?
No, I
spilled a whole glass of wine at my Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah, it was right by my little baby in his little cart.
Yeah, because I've had some wine, and it seems like I'd like it. Like, I like it better than beer, but, like, it's still not great, but it's like a step above.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really had, like, a really good wine, so I can't really taste the difference at all either.
Yeah, and, like, I don't want to buy something that's expensive and then just not like it.
Yeah, and the only time I've ever actually, like, drank wine, like, a good amount is if I was at, like, a frat party and they just have them, like
a box wine?
Yeah, and, like,
that has, like, a tap on
wine bag, yeah. Or they, like, put it in the little red Solo cups, and it's just, like, drinking wine out of a red Solo cup just makes you feel like a bitch. Like, it's just, like, this is so gross. Like, what am I doing with my life? It's not fun, and it still doesn't even like get me drunk because I didn't drink enough.
I actually get like kind of drunk off of one when I drink one because I was actually able to drink a lot of it, so I was like actually downing cups of it. Mm-hmm. But it's like beer makes it harder too because it's fizzy.
Yeah.
So it's also like I can't down fizzy drinks at all. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know.
You should try a beer bong. You should try that.
That's what I've heard because then it just goes down so smooth and you like don't even taste it.
Yeah.
Because there's no foam, right? Because it's just going straight through a chute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just start sucking and then like you don't even taste it. Like the only time I've only done the beer bong like twice, but like the first time I ever did it, I was just like already pretty drunk, and I think they poured like 3 beers in there, and like
3?
Yeah, I mean you can like fill it up. I don't know if it was 3, but like I just remember I was sitting there, I just got on a knee, and I was just so out of it, and I just started like sucking, and then it was just going in, and then it just stopped, and I was like, oh, well, that was easy. Like,
I guess the ride's over.
Yeah, well, let's do it again. But like,
back in that.
I literally didn't even taste anything. I was like, that's fucking
No, because on my birthday, they had me shotgun a beer.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, ugh. And I only had was like keys, and they're like, oh, yeah, just poke a hole in it. And so I poked a hole in it, and it just exploded all over the kitchen. I was like, well, at least it lowers the amount I have to drink.
Yeah, seriously. Shotgunning's stupid.
Well, and then they're like, pop it open when you're drinking because then it makes it like easier to like go down. Mm-hmm. But then like when I popped it open, it was like too far sideways. Then it just started spilling out the other end too.
That's what happened to me. It literally just got all over my arm the first time I did it because I just started pouring and just like lifting it up to drink, and it just started coming out the actual place you're supposed to drink, and it just got all over my arm and my sweatshirt, and I was like, well, that's awesome.
Well, then when we were talking about like the beer bong and like the flow, I think it was like Coors. I don't know if they still do, but they were like advertising a can that like has like easy poke hole in like the top, so like an easy drink one. I always thought it was weird on like those Coors commercials where they advertise when they do the commercials. It's like people hiking, and then they like out of their hiking bag they pull out a beer, and they're like, it's the most refreshing beer. So like, why would I ever want to drink a beer when I'm out hiking?
Exactly. Gosh, this is weird. It's like you could taste the mountains.
Yeah, well, like, Coors just has really weird promotions, and then like they're when the mountains are blue, it's cold.
I don't know.
Just like I don't want to grab it out of the fridge though. I just want to look inside and see the progress.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost at the peak.
Yeah. Might as well just slap like a temperature, like a thermometer on every single bottle.
Yeah.
Just so you can see the exact temp.
Jeez.
Anyway, beer sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Christmas.
I actually like your mixed drinks though that you usually make like on a party where you mix it with sparkling water.
Oh,
I don't taste the alcohol at all, and then like I have to be careful because like I'll put like a lot of alcohol in, I won't even taste it, and then I'll just get totally fucked off of like 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't even notice it.
Pretty much all I use now is just Diet Pepsi, and then because I never drink pop unless I'm doing a mixed drink, so like just drinking the pop now, it tastes even more sugary, so like tastes like more vibrant. instead of like if I drink it a lot. So now like when I actually do drink pop and it's with vodka, I only like taste the pop. So I'm just like, oh, this is amazing.
Why the Diet Pepsi? Have you tried Diet Coke with it or something?
I mean, just because the only time I drink is when I go to Brady's house because he's the only place that has alcohol. And like I only drink with like those guys.
Yeah.
And they always have Diet Pepsi. So I'm like, okay.
I guess I'll work with what I got.
But yeah, I don't know. My dad makes amazing mixed drinks. It's ridiculous. It's like a connoisseur of alcohol.
Yeah, I wish that like the bars weren't so expensive because like every single drink you get is like $9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know how people can afford to do this every weekend.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That's why you just gotta pregame hard and then have someone drive you over there.
I mean, like, it's so expensive. Like, I've only bought alcohol like 3 times since I turned 21, like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever. Because I'm just like, whatever. It's expensive and I don't even drink that much. It's like, it's just nice convenience where it's like I can go with like friends and like not be the only one who's not 21, and then everyone looks at you like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Because I can't sit in like the bar area.
Yeah, relatable. I literally went to the Viking bar to go to Mason. His dad had a 50th birthday, and then our family friend Sean was playing guitar there. So I was like, oh, I'll go and like see Sean and everybody. And I went in and like it's open to people under 21 until 9. And so I got there.
It's so like, weird. Where it's like I'm just not gonna buy alcohol then. It's like, why do you have to kick me out?
Well, it's like I got there at like 7 or something. So I was like, okay, I'll probably only stay for 2 hours anyways. And then I got there, and I remember I went up to the front counter just to say like, hey, can I just get like a water? And then some lady came out and she was like, are you 21? And I'm just like, no. And she's like, okay, but you can't stand right here. And like, you have to be behind, like,
get in the back of the bus.
Bar. And it's just like, okay, I'll just walk back 5 feet. Yeah, this is great. Yeah. Like, I understand that there's like rules and stuff. It's like,
you just bring like a really long straw.
Yeah.
You just like dip it into other people's drinks and like steal it.
Thanks, miss. It's just so, I don't understand it. Like, everywhere else it's like 18 to drink. Like, every other country. Fucking Mexico, you can drink if you just can look over the counter.
Well, like before I got my horizontal license, like when I had the vertical one, I like didn't even want to go out because I'm like, I don't even know if they're gonna take this because it's like a 50-50 chance of like a place takes your old one with the temp, or if you just had a current like a valid vertical one, because mine was still valid for like another year, but like I'd rather just get the horizontal one and like not even worry about it.
I'm so worried that people are gonna think my IDs are fakes when I actually do.
I was worried because I brought my last one with me because when I went with Sean, because we both have the same birthday, but he has a North Dakota license now. So I was I brought my second one just in case people would be suspicious. Like they're both at the same birthday, but he's from a different state. They're both you know what I mean.
I guess it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, like if people just didn't think that they're counterfeit. And it also doesn't help that my picture is like blurry on my license for some reason.
Jeez.
I didn't even move. I was like, well, I don't even know what happened. Like someone was like, oh, you must have moved, and I was like, I was standing perfectly still because I didn't want to mess up the whole time.
My license looks so bad. Like my fucking face on there, it looks awful because I still had my braces and I had fucking cut my forehead open.
Yeah.
So I have a huge like cut in my face. I'm just like, gosh, I look disgusting.
Well, in my old one, when I was 16. I had hat hair because I don't like to take off my hat.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not like the best looking picture because like for some reason those DMV cameras are just like back from 1980 and like just every picture looks bad.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever, they're not even gonna notice anyway. But I noticed that like I've been noticing for a while that my eyesight's getting worse.
Really?
Yeah, because like
a lot of people have been telling me that actually.
Yeah, well, it's not like up close stuff. It's like farther away, like trying to read words. They kind of like just. They're kind of like a little bit blurry, and then I went in to get my eyes checked, like when you do the test to get your license, and I was fine up until like the last box, and I just like could not read it at all.
Jeez.
And I was like, fuck. So I think it's my right eye, like long distance seeing, that's like getting fucked up.
That's weird. You can finally join me wearing contacts. It's a fucking. It's not bad. Like it's fine. I'm used to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm like the only one in my family without glasses, so it wouldn't surprise me if I end up having to get them.
I just wish that I could just fucking wake up and just be able to see. Gosh, my life would be so much better.
Well, you should just get contacts that you can sleep in.
Yeah, I could.
Those are probably expensive though, right?
Or LASIK eye surgery. I heard an ad on the radio today for LASIK eye surgery. It's $250 an eye, so that's $500.
That's actually way cheaper than I would have figured. I thought it would have been like $2,500 an eye.
Yeah, it's only $500 to fucking be able to see.
Yeah, my grandfather got LASIK, and then he's like, I finally know what HD TV looks like because his eyesight was so bad that it was just all blurry no matter what.
Damn, that's rough. Yeah, my eyes are.
I've heard it. Like everyone totally loves it though. Like everyone says it's worth it.
I I heard when I was really young that when you do LASIK eye surgery, you have to literally just stare and you're not allowed to blink, or else it just like fucks up or something.
Really?
I don't know. I fucking heard it when I was like 10, so
that sounds like something that would happen. Yeah,
but it's just
like if you blink, you go blind forever.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, I don't want that kind of pressure. I'll just fucking.
I'm terrible at what contest.
Exactly.
Especially when there's a laser in my eye.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like I wonder what it is like if someone like put like one of those laser pointers in your eye and just shined it there and they're like, okay, keep them open. I wonder if it's like that. Like I just have no idea how the process works.
Laser pointers, I heard, are also terrible for your eyes. Like it's just like,
oh yeah, well yeah,
like melts.
That's why they say don't shine it in people's eyes.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird though. Like I went to a Spokane Indians game, and they must have been like digging to the bottom of the barrel for coupons because one of the promotions was like everyone in section J gets free eye laser surgery coupons for like $60 off an eye surgery.
That's pretty good.
I was like, what a niche coupon for everyone in this crowd.
Thanks, LASIK.
For 1/8 of this 2,000 person crowd gets $60 off LASIK eye surgery. And then the other coupon promotion was like $40 off like a coat of paint.
Jeez. That's weird. Yeah. I don't understand where it's like, oh, we're taking off $1,000 on this new car. It's like, that's not. I don't understand.
Zero money down for 5 years, and then the car breaks down, but you're still paying for it after you have a new one.
Why is there so many fucking car commercials? I don't understand why there's so many car ads. Like, how many people are actually looking to buy a brand new car? It's got to be a small percentage.
What many people turning 16, like their parents?
Like a brand new one, though?
Oh, yeah, not a brand new one.
Like, it's always just like the new. Like the 2019 Ford, it's like, it's amazing. Look how great this car is. It's like,
do you think
how many people are actually gonna?
How many people out there are like buying cars like phones, where it's like they get the new edition every year? I can't wait for the 2019 Ford to come out and replace my garbage 2018 one.
Seriously, man. Like I feel like I'm never gonna buy like a super nice car unless I'm obviously like super rich. It's just like I have no need to get like a brand new car. Like I'll just buy drive.
Just get a solid car. Get a solid car that's like a shade under a decade old, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my car's like 13 years old, and it's like still totally fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Cars are overrated. I can just walk back too. Fuck it.
I just get Ubers. Yeah. Ubers everywhere.
Speaking of walking, I fucking pulled a muscle in my left butt cheek last time we played football.
That's dope.
And my ass hurts really bad. Like if I do like a certain stretch.
So you need to get some butt hurt cream.
I do. I'm a fucking massage. But like every time,
just make sure you get my ass better.
My left cheek. Can you just get in there, please? But like every time I just like jog now, if I just jog for like a couple seconds, every time I like hit the ground with my left foot, it just fucking hurts, and I'm just like,
really?
It's a nightmare. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on for a while, but like it's off and on. But like I'll be jogging and like right at like the front of my leg, like above where the shoe cuts off, like it'll just like go numb. Like after running for like a few miles, I'm like, this is weird.
Well, I mean, I guess running.
But I mean, it's like off and on. Like it'll happen for a couple of weeks and I'll stop for a while, and it would only be my right leg that would like go numb.
That's weird. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I don't know.
Let's talk more about our ailments. I remember literally right when I turned 20. I guess I could go into a story, but like right when I turned 20 this past July, I just fucked up my arm. So like my throwing arm and like my right shoulder was so fucked up. Like I couldn't like throw a football. Like doing that motion just hurts so bad. But if I did
Tommy
like,
John surgeries, like
I seriously needed it. But like I would throw a football for like an hour and like I'd get used to it and I'm like, okay, it doesn't hurt super bad.
Yeah.
But then like after it just hurt for the next like 5 hours and it was just so bad.
Your throwing technique must have been like a little off or something.
I don't know. It was just I messed something up.
Because that used to happen to me in baseball when I played baseball a lot because I would throw too much with like my elbow and arm and not with my shoulder enough.
Mm-hmm.
To if like I threw a ton in one day, like my arm would just be dead for like 3 days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was just weird. So I ended up going to the doctor to look at my shoulder, and he looked around or whatever and like felt it, and he's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna send you to.
We're gonna have to cut the arm off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to amputate it." But he was like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna send you to this chiropractor I know. I hope I haven't talked about this on podcast because
I don't think you have.
There's a ton of crazy shit that happens." So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna send you to this chiropractor I know. He's gonna look at you, take some X-rays. Like, is that okay?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, sounds good." So next day I go to this chiropractor office.
Take your pants off. I'm gonna look at your shoulder.
That's seriously. But yeah. So I go to the chiropractor, and then I walk in. They're like, "Hey, like, how's it going?" So they like feel at my shoulder, and then they take X-rays, and then they're like, "Yeah, so we're gonna give you a free massage on the house." I'm like, "Okay, sick. Like, I would love that." And so I go in like the next day because like they take the X-rays, and then I leave, and I come back for the massage, and I don't see the X-rays until the day after. So I go in and I take the massage, and it's just super awkward. Like I only take my shirt off, and I don't take my pants off, thank goodness, because it's only my upper body.
Yeah.
So I'm just laying there, and
until now, because now you need an ass massage.
Yeah, exactly. And now I need to go in there, just my pants off. But so it's literally just this dark room, and there's just like this nice
dark room.
Yeah, it's like this calming music playing with like candlelit, and there's just fucking just random lady just massaging me, just like talking to me. I'm just like, this is relaxing, but it's super weird, and I just feel really uncomfortable. And so I go through the massage.
Put your shirt back on.
Yeah. I put
now
my shirt back on. She puts her shirt back on. But then I end up leaving, and then I'm just like, okay, nice. And then I go back for my X-rays, and then even my doctor said when I went to see him, he's like, yeah, I'm going to send you my chiropractor guy. For stuff like this, make sure you don't like sign up for like a 3-month plan. Like they're just trying to like take money from you, because like it shouldn't take over like a couple weeks or whatever. Like it should only just be like a quick thing, and you should be fine. So I fucking go in and see my X-rays. He's like, yeah, so this is your back, and he was just showing me like my spine X-rays. I'm like, okay, I thought this was for my shoulder, so what the fuck?
Well, I mean, it could be linked a little bit.
Well, he was like, that's what he was saying. He's like, but yeah, looking at your back, it's really badly formed or whatever, and like you really need to start like adjustments right now.
I've come to the conclusion that you may be retarded.
he's basically just saying just like, yeah, your back is fucked. Like if you don't do this like
I literally can't even let you leave this building without getting surgery.
He's just like, if you don't do this the 6-week realignment thing, like your back's gonna be messed up for a long time. Like you have to do this now, or by the time you're 40, you're not gonna be able to walk. And just all this random shit. And I'm just like, he's like, it's because you're looking down at your phone so much. It's like, I look at my phone as like average. Are you saying like every person my age has just terrible back problems, and we're all gonna be like fucking old and broken?
Our backs are probably gonna evolve to adapt to just the phones.
Yeah, probably. But like, he's basically just saying, just like, yeah, your back's all messed up. We gotta start realignments. He's like, can you do a realignment today? And it'll take like 10 minutes. And I was like, sure. So I fucking lay down. And he's like, all right, now look to the right. And then he like holds my arm, or like he like grabs my head. He's like, okay, now look to the right. He's like, 1, 2, 3, and just goosh, and just like snaps my neck. And I'm just like, ugh, and I just like feel a bunch of pops. And then he just does that for like 10 minutes straight, just all around my body. And I'm just like, this is a nightmare. And so I finally...
Can you bring the massage lady back in?
Seriously, so I finally get out of there, and I walk back to the front, and the guy's like, alright, so would you like to schedule your your weekly appointments? You're going to have two realignments
3 times a week for a year.
He's basically just like, okay, you're going to have 2 realignments a week, and then a massage every week, and we're going to do this for like the next month, or like 2 months or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, well I have to go back to school in like 3 weeks. This is right before fucking school started. And he's like, and I'm just like, well, school starts soon, so I'm gonna be gone. He's like, oh, and I was like, can I do it on the weekends? Like, I'm trying to work with them, and he's like, oh, we're not open on the weekends. It's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And I'm just like, I'm going to fucking WSU. He's like, oh, you're really not gonna be here? And I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, huh, okay, well, we can just schedule the next like 2 weeks and then just figure it out. I was like, okay, so I scheduled the next 2 weeks, and I tell my mom this shit, and I'm just like, these guys are fucking insane. Like I'm literally sitting in the fucking break room, and you're like laying down there, and you're watching this little slideshow of all these like other customers there, and I literally see
you just have a it's just
yeah.
I thought you were talking about at your work.
No, it's at the
like,
chiropractor place, but it's like all this progress, and it's just like, Diane Johnson has been coming here for 30 years to help her back, and I'm just like, why is she still coming here for the last 30 years? Like, why haven't you helped her? And I'm literally just like seeing all this. It's like I'm in fucking Get Out. I'm just like,
it's like end of life care.
It's seriously just like, this is fucked up. Like, I shouldn't be here. Like, this is a terrible place. It's like a fucking cult. And so I finally get out of there, and I tell my mom all this shit, and like she thinks
it's like a cult.
It seriously is, and like she thinks it's hilarious. And I'm just like, can you just call in and just tell them to cancel my fucking appointments? And she's like, yeah, that's fine. And then she like forgets to call in, and then I think I just don't show up or whatever. And then they call back, and it's just a huge mess. And then finally I just like called in. Well, then they gave me this like little bottle with like this like white cream in it, and they're just like, yeah, this is like our special like massage cream, like rub it on your shoulder. And
brain
nice.
Control. You remove another label, it just says brain control cream.
Yeah. So they literally give it to me. Literally no labels on it. It's just like a fucking paint bottle with like white like liquid in it. It's like a cream.
That's weird.
And I'm just like, and they're just like, yeah, this is our like special.
Jerry in the basement makes it at his house.
Well, I fucking bring it home. It's just icy hot. It's just regular brand icy hot, but they just say
how much do they charge you?
I think it was all like covered by my insurance, but it's just like they literally give that to me. It's just regular icy hot, and it's just
they
like
took the label off.
Yeah, they just basically say they're just like, yeah, like we made this specially like just for our business or whatever. It's like, you fucking liars.
It's called Hot Icy?
Yeah. We were sponsored by Shaquille.
O'Neal Shaq, you might have heard of him.
Yeah. So I rubbed that on my shoulder for like a couple days, and then my shoulder's actually fine now. I think all I needed was Icy Hot apparently, but it just like, oh my gosh, it's bad. And my fucking back hurt for the next like 2 weeks because of that one realignment.
Because you didn't do the full set.
Exactly.
You didn't go back for 6 years.
Well, even if I would have gone back for the next 2 weeks, I would have fucked me up even more. Like, yeah, let's just pop my back for the next 2 weeks and then just stop. Like, I can't just stop doing the realignments. That'd fuck my back up more than it was before. I can just get bolts in my back by the time I'm 60.
Yeah, that's when I'm older. I hope I don't have to like do like opioids like hydrocodone and stuff, because like people just take that like forever. Yeah. Like every month they just get a new prescription of it, and it's like, well, yeah, this is my life now. Yeah. And then they got to take it because then their body's like used to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I was like. After football, when we played the other day, one of our friends was saying, he's like, yeah, like when I played football in high school, I took like fucking 6 Advils like after every game, because he just got like so used to the pain that he has to take like a bunch of Advils. Yeah. It's like, jeez, like I never take Advils, and like if I even take 2, I can't even like tell, because I don't know. I just
the
never
only
take
pains I really get is like lower back pain sometimes.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, I think I slouch way too much. I already know it. Mm-hmm. Especially like my posture, like because I'm typing on computer screens a lot, and if like the screen isn't high enough, I'm like looking like slightly down.
Yeah.
And like that's probably not good for my back if I'm like staring like this for like 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
Probably not the best.
I have a feeling that all our thumbs are going to be all fucked up by the time we're all like 50 and 60. Thumbs. Just from like typing on our phones and moving them around. Like I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if that really much. I mean, there's probably worse things back in the day that was happening to hands and
it's probably
shit like that.
All the labor and stuff. I don't know. Interesting things in life. All right, back to Christmas.
What do you want for Christmas, Blake?
Oh man, there's so much on my list. I don't know.
More topics.
Yeah, more topics. more listeners. That'd be nice. But my mom keeps like, this is the problem, is that like when I was younger, like I'd make a list for Santa and all that stuff, and like I'd get like most everything because my parents like had a lot of money, or like good enough money so where they could give me a lot of stuff, and like, oh, this is awesome. But then it's like, now it's like, my mom's like, oh, what do you want? And I tell her, and like she's like obviously gonna get it because like I haven't told her. Well, you're just anything.
Like, it's not the surprise anymore.
No, there's no surprise. I'm just like, I'd rather have you.
Usually I don't even know what I want, because usually if I like see something I want, I'll just get it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I can just buy.
Usually I don't have like expensive taste or anything, so it's not like that ridiculous for me. It's like I
just want something that like just shows that you care. Like just anything. I don't give a fuck. You can fucking draw me a picture of me and just have it be terrible and just like make fun of me, and I'll be like, thank you. Like I'd love that. Like just something. It's like. And
just slide in like a Red Robin gift card or something.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. And just something little like that. It's like that's like all I'm really looking for. It's like when I buy stuff, like whenever I'm walking around for like Christmas shopping for like my family, and I see something for like a friend, I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be perfect. So I just get it for him, and I'm just like, oh, this
What's funny because I actually like getting gift cards a lot, but I just feel like it's such a cop out to buy them. Yeah, like I like getting them, but I just don't want to give them.
I never even use gift cards. I need to fucking use my gift cards more. Like I just really? Like I always get a gift card. I'm like, oh, this is perfect, and then I just save it for the longest time. I was like, but I really need it, even though like.
Well, usually what'll happen is like I'll just forget about it until like right after I pay or something, and I'm like, damn it, I could have used that gift card.
Yeah. Well, I also get gift cards for places I never even go to in the first place. Like I got like a Starbucks gift card. I think I wanted doing something, and I'm just like. Oh, I never go to Starbucks. It's like...
Oh, no, I have like 2 or 3 from like the last 3 years for Starbucks.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess
I'll go in there like once every 2 years just because I go in with someone else.
Yeah. Their Frappuccino's actually really good. I actually use my gift card for that, but I still have like $5 left.
What's really stupid about Starbucks is that you can't use their gift cards in Barnes & Noble Starbucks locations. You can only use Barnes & Noble gift cards at the Starbucks.
The fuck? That's
yeah, so I don't know. Because I was in a Barnes and Noble, like, because I was like killing time for something. I don't remember why. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh, I'll just get a drink. And then I gave them like a Starbucks gift card that I've had for 3 years. And like, oh, sorry, we can't take this.
Jeez.
I'm like, okay, this is like the only time I'm ever going to use it. There's like a Starbucks like half a mile from my house, and I've never even gone in there. And I have free money basically for that place, and that's not even enough to convince me.
Do you drink coffee? Because I don't drink coffee.
I like iced coffee occasionally. Like sometimes I get like an iced like Starbucks drink.
Yeah.
That's about it though. I'm not really like I don't like hot coffee.
Yeah.
Sorry for those coffee purists out there. That's like only black. No flavor.
Well, you know my brother, he literally only drinks black coffee, and he literally drinks, like, when we get a fucking Buffalo Wild Wings, he drinks, like, 5 cups.
He's the only one I've ever seen order coffee at.
He's ridiculous. He's just, like, obsessed. He's just like, yeah, it wakes me up. It's like, you're fucking addicted. Like, that's your problem. Like, that's why I know, like, the idea of coffee sounds amazing to me. Just drinking something warm in the morning just to wake myself up. That sounds perfect. But it's like, I know that if I do that, I'm gonna need it every day for the rest of my life. It's like, I don't need that.
See, I don't really like just like most hot drinks. Like the only one I like is like hot chocolate occasionally. But for me, it's like I just don't like. Usually, I'll just end up waiting too long and it's like cold.
Yeah.
Or something.
Do you like hot apple cider?
No, I like sparkling, like chilled cider.
Yeah.
Well, then it's really expensive most of the time too. Like if you go to like Dutch Bros or something, and like each coffee is like $6.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
I was like, that adds up after a while because there's people that go there every day.
Well, fucking like college girls, they get a coffee every single morning, and it's like at least $5.
And then they buy some for their girlfriends too.
Yeah, it's like imagine what you could do with all that. I mean, I guess I probably waste a lot of money too doing buying stupid shit, but it's like imagine how much money you could save.
Oh, your
if you
Fortnite
just, like,
skins.
Exactly. If you just like didn't drink coffee every single day, that's $35 a week. Just for weekdays, not even counting weekends. Like that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what, $35 a week times 52.
It adds up because that's like $140. It's $140 a month times 12.
It's like $7,000.
No, it's not that much.
It's pretty ridiculous.
It's like 80 grand, give or take.
That's like a mortgage on a house just for spending drinking coffee. Damn. What a shame.
What a great Christmas episode.
Yeah.
We were talking about Christmas for
talking about our
3.5
finances,
minutes. Yeah. Right after you said, this is already a breeze, already 4 minutes, and we never talked about Christmas again.
Well, how much time we have? We can spend the rest
51 minutes.
Oh, great. Well, what a waste.
I'll double up my intro song, so it'll be like 3 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, we can talk about Christmas a little bit.
Well, here's a good one. Do you have a favorite gift that you've gotten, like, when you were a kid?
I was thinking about that. I don't know.
I got something that was so cool that I was like super hyped. I was like I think it was when I was like 8. I got like this ESPN Sports Zone. It was like a 5-in-1 like sports thing to where like it came with like a pop shot like basketball hoop thing where you know like at the arcades where like you shoot and it feeds the basketballs. It had like a scoreboard to like keep track of high scores and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it came with like all like everything was like foam basically, but it's like whatever. It's like for 8-year-olds like. Kids my age at the time.
Yeah. And
then there was like one where it's like a target for like baseball thing, so you have to like try and like get the baseball through the hole or something. Like you have to like throw it from far away. Then there's like a putting green on the bottom.
And then
there's
had
also
that at your house for a long time, didn't you?
Yeah, it was at my grandparents, I think.
Huh.
And then there's also like a soccer net at the bottom too, so you could like swap out the soccer net for like the putting green.
Holy shit.
And then I think there was one other one, but it was like the coolest thing ever.
Jeez. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot easier to buy for like kids than it is for like grown-ups.
Well, because they don't have money, so it's like they only get stuff like one time a year, so they're gonna have one thing that's on their mind.
Just, like I feel like that probably wasn't super. Like it's probably like I guess. I think it was like
$200.
Yeah, but it's like that's expensive, but like that's less than like an Xbox, and like that's like fucking like ESPN.
That's like the norm.
Yeah, but like that thing's like insane. That ESPN.
I wish I still had it. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I think it eventually like sat out too long one year, and then like because it took like D batteries. So I think like where the batteries went in got like corroded or something, so it just like didn't work anymore.
Damn.
But I mean, you could still like shoot on it. It just like couldn't keep score or anything. And it had like sound effects, like announcers and stuff.
That's pretty.
And it had like a little like screen thing that had like little prompts like home run and stuff like that. It was dope. Jeez.
I can't really think of any like big Christmas gifts.
I remember when I was younger, I wanted one of those like motorized like mini Hummers, and you know, like those little cars that you could drive around.
Oh yeah,
I wanted one of those so bad.
We used to have one of those when I was super little, but it would take like days to fucking charge.
Really?
Up. Yeah. I always wanted.
I'm surprised it didn't run on D batteries. Because like everything ran on D batteries at the time.
Yeah, seriously. I've always wanted one of those electric scooters because like I remember one of my friends in elementary school had two. So I'd only go to his house just so I could ride his fucking scooter, and it was amazing. Except they had to charge overnight, and every time I went over there, he's like, "Oh, I forgot to charge him." Like, motherfucker. But
it's like if I had that, I'd be charging it all day, every day.
Yeah, all day, every day. I would never ride it. Just keep it fully charged in case.
Just clean it and charge it
for a quick getaway. Man, I don't know. I can't really think of like a really cool thing I got when I was like a kid. I'm sure there's like been a lot, but I can't think of like one thing specific. we got a ping pong table a couple years ago for Christmas, and like I felt really bad because we just never used it because it just wasn't the same. Like it was
I think that pinball machine that I mentioned earlier was a Christmas present. And that was like that was like number 2 or something, like of one of my favorites.
Damn.
I used that a lot when we first got it. I was on it like every day.
Yeah, that was sick. Well, sorry to disappoint. I can't think of any like cool Christmas gifts.
There's so many gifts over the years. It's hard to keep track.
I know, it's like fucking thousands. I don't know. I mean, I've gotten a lot of like cool clothes and stuff, but like that's not like big ticket items, such as like regular little stuff.
Your favorite socks?
Yeah, favorite socks. We got some goodies last year. Thanks, asshole. I used to get a bunch of football cards in my stockings. That was always fun.
Oh yeah, I used to get like packs of those. It was mostly baseball though. Like, and recently I just brought home like a bunch of my binders of old cards that are in the garage now. I think I'm still like missing a couple at my mom's house.
Do people even do like trading cards anymore for like stuff?
It's like much more niche now.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that hurts the value or raises the value because they're not as popular, so maybe it raises it. I don't know. I remember there was a card shop downtown, like by like the Target and stuff. You know, it's kind of like by like the Rosers at the Y. There's one down there, and I used to go in there all the time. There was like one guy that owned it that was like really cool, and he just had like tons of like sections where it'd be like 10 cents a card. He's like kind of go through and like look at all of them and like pick who you want. And, you know, that wasn't in business very long though. I was like, I don't think that's a very profitable business. Selling like really cheap baseball cards.
Yeah. I always liked those though, because I remember whenever I played baseball, I wasn't like a huge baseball fan. I fucking sucked dick at baseball. I was awful. And like, I remember we'd like do trivia every practice, and if you got it right, you got like a pack of baseball cards, or just one baseball card. I don't know. And I remember I got one of the questions right somehow, even though I didn't know shit.
Yeah.
And I got the pack or whatever, and I got like a Carlos Beltran card, and I was like, this is awesome. I fucking love this. So I just like only went to practice just so I could get those cards.
I know. I did like a baseball camp one time, and it was like a session or two, and then it was at the end they did like a trivia thing, and I got like I think 80% of the questions right. I was like the only one that knew any of the questions. So by the end I had like a nice thick deck because I was doing like every single one right. Nice. I was like, man, I've made money on this camp. I can just sell them for a profit. Yeah. I remember I used to have like a pricing guide for all my cards.
Oh really?
And I kind of like browse through it and kind of like I had some expensive ones in there.
Yeah, I was looking online about like some old stuff I had. I was like super bored one day, and I was looking at like Nintendo 64 games and how much they're going for.
Classic games are like pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're going for like over 60. Some of them.
Really? Like, some of the like really popular ones.
Yeah, but it's like it's not high enough to where I would sell any of my games, but it's just like, like maybe one day. Yeah,
because you could go to like Game World or something, and go through like the PS1 games. It's like $10 to $20 each. I'm like, it's not like I'm gonna play it for like 10 minutes and then be like, oh, nostalgia wore off.
Alright, this will be the final story of this podcast. Fuck Game World. I'm sick of their shit. So, it was 2 years ago. You gave me Overwatch for my birthday. Yeah. And I was so excited, and I put it in, played it for a little bit, and then I tried to take it out, and it got fucking stuck in my game. It just, something messed up, because apparently Xbox thought it'd be a good idea to take out the actual tray and just let it, so you can just slide the disc in and it'll start playing, except the disc...
So now every time I get stuck, I have to smash my Xbox and buy a new one.
Except the thing gets shifted up. So it literally just gets stuck, and you can't even play the game that's in there. So I was like, well, shit, I can't play Overwatch, and I can't play any other games because my thing's stuck, and I didn't have anything downloaded on my Xbox because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
And so I sent it in the game rally. I said, hey, like, can you fix this? Can you just like fix my disc tray, whatever? So I sent it in, and then they didn't call me back for like a week or something. And then I called them, and I'm like, hey, I sent in my Xbox One. The disc tray got messed up. I was just wondering if you guys have looked at it at all. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm like super slammed. Yeah, fucking right, you're fucking Game World. And so I'm like, and they're like, yeah, we'll make sure to look at it and we'll call you back in like a week. I was like, okay, whatever. And so I was
just like, playing games on it.
Yeah, seriously,
like, we're really busy with it. We're just testing it out.
But like, so 2 weeks, it was like 2 weeks later or some shit. I don't even remember the exact days, but I was about to call them, and then they called me. And so I answered, I was like, hello?
Yeah,
like,
it caught on fire when we were trying to eject it.
Yeah. We were like, yeah, so we sent it in, we got a new tray and everything, it's all good, so, but it's at the Valley store, so go pick it up in the Valley, and then it'll be there, and then everything will be good. And I was like, okay, cool, so just pick it up in the Valley? They're like, yep. And so I was like, okay, hung up. So I fucking drive all the way to the Valley, it's like 45 minutes away, And I get there, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have an Xbox One that you guys fixed, like the disc tray? And they're like, oh, no, I don't know. Let's go. I'll look in the back. And so he comes out and he's
really,
like...
he just stood back there, and he's like...
well, and then he walks back, and he's like, yeah, all we have is, like, a fixed Xbox 360. Do you want me to call, like, the North Town?
Do you want that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll trade it. Hell yeah. But, he's like, yeah, do you want me to call the other branch and see if they have it? And I'm like, yeah, fucking go for it. So he calls him, he's like, hey, so I'm here with Blake Moore or whatever, and he's like, yeah, he said that we fixed an Xbox One for him. I was just wondering if you guys had it, and he was like, okay, yep, awesome. And then he hangs up, he's like, yeah, it's at the other store. Are you fucking kidding me? They literally sent me 45 minutes away.
They must have like looked at like the wrong person or something.
All they had was an Xbox 360. What the hell were they looking at?
Yeah, I don't know.
And it doesn't make any sense. It's just like, so I fucking drive back there like, oh, here's your Xbox. Oh, thanks, asshole. So I take it, and I just hate Game World from now on.
Really? What happened is that whole time they weren't fixing it, and then they just sent you there to buy some drives so they could fix it real fast?
Yeah, probably. It probably only took them like 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, I didn't have my Xbox for like 3 fucking weeks.
Well,
Pissed me off.
like you're talking about disc trays. Remember your shitty 360?
Yeah, I literally had to just pinch it. So
every time I went to your house, you're like, "Oh god, we better pick what game you want to play carefully because we might not ever get it again."
Yeah, it takes forever to actually open it. Like,
well, you just had to like stick your fingers in it and just like try and pry it open and like.
Well, I had to like get to like one of the little side corners. There's like a little opening, and I have to like stick one of my fingernails in there and like pinch it so it like stay inside. So it finally like.
I was like, I couldn't believe it still worked.
Yeah,
because I don't even think he had the flap on it. It was like an open tray that just like slid back into place or something.
No, I think we had the tray, and then finally like broke off, and now it doesn't have a tray. I don't know where it is now.
I mean, you can play most of those games on the one anyway, so it's like who cares?
Yeah, that's true. All right, so fuck Game World. They're not an official sponsor of the podcast. Do not if you're in business. If you're going to games,
I mean, if you want to get stuff there, they have some cool stuff there. Just don't get anything fixed there.
Yeah, and they're really high priced. I hate them. Don't buy any of their stuff. I can go to.
They have cheap movies though.
Yeah,
I get a lot. I've gotten DVDs there for like $2 or $3.
Jeez.
I got Land of the Lost there.
Oh my gosh, it's funny.
It's funny, like going into Game World and all I walked out was like Land of the Lost and like bench warmers.
Yeah, this is a good day. Thanks, Game World. All right, so should we wrap this up?
Yeah, we're at like over an hour.
All right, episode 16. This is
thanks for tuning into our Christmas themed episode.
Yeah, Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and have a good one. But all right, so we're gonna end the podcast. Thank you for listening. Please leave comments of how we can be better and how we can be worse, because I think we're at our peak. Can't really get much better than this. Peak. Yeah.
I like looking at our stats where it's like, you've got 1 view in the last week. The last 7 days. Yeah. It's probably spam too. Who knows?
Also, if you're listening to this and you want to be a guest on the podcast, please hit us up in our DMs on Instagram.
We'll probably take literally anyone.
Literally anybody. If you live in the area, fucking come over. But on Instagram...
Boy, we've done it over internet too. Yeah. That's not as fun though.
Yeah. But yeah, so DT Podcast 11, look it up on Instagram or just...
Do you even use our Twitter anymore?
No, I never post on our Twitter because no one cares. But yeah,
so I still need to put up our missing episodes on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
like it won't take me very long because they're all like MP3s, like audio files.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still like I have to like queue up like a bunch of videos and like format it and stuff, and like
just for them to get 1 view.
That'll be me just seeing, making sure to upload it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. The only time I ever even used YouTube was when we had to put our video The Streaker in there, and it was awesome. Except no one watches this on YouTube, so like they're not gonna.
Well, it seems like every time I'm like, oh yeah, like how do I listen to it? I'm like, well, we're on like Spotify and Google Play and stuff. Like, oh, I don't really have that. It's like, well, some of our episodes were on YouTube. I was like, yeah, that's what I was watching on was YouTube, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
it seems like you got like 0 views on there.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what, are you gonna leave it on your phone? You can't like turn off your phone unless you have
unless you have premium. Well, even then, you have Google Play.
Yeah.
If you have YouTube Red, you have Google Play, so it's like might as well just listen on there. I don't know what happened to those like. There's like 2 episodes that just didn't get uploaded on Google Play, even though I've gone on our account and they say they're uploaded.
That's weird.
There's not there, so we're missing like episodes 11 and 12 or something.
We've on SoundCloud. You can just fucking go online. You don't have to have the
app. Yeah, it's free.
You just go on SoundCloud, look up Deep Thoughts Podcast, and just
because some people you can do it on the website.
Yeah,
because I think I've tried going on like the mobile site and it says please download the app.
No, it says would you like? There's sometimes a button where it's like, would you rather just listen on the app?
Oh, really?
You say no, and then you just listen on the website.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So listen anywhere. If you want to be a guest, DM us on Instagram, please.
You have no excuse. We're on free services.
Seriously, we have like over 60 followers, so you guys better be listening to this. But
on Instagram, I was like, on SoundCloud, we only have 16.
Yeah, whatever. So thanks for listening. This is a long outro. We're finally getting everything off our chest. So, all right. So maybe we'll be back next week for a nice New Year's episode. But thank you for listening, and Deep Thoughts Podcast.